Welcome to a new review of a new series. I got into it last time and now I decided to review it. Normally, you should do live reaction to these things. Unfortunately, I have no idea how to do that, so it won't become a live reaction for me. Anyone a fan of Rwby? Well, I'm certainly have become. And finally, Season 6, aka Volume 6, have premiered with Episode 1, Argus Limited. The Angry Anime fan here to bring you a summary of that episode, as well as perhaps some deeds that have been happening. Either way, I am talking like you are very familiar with Team Rwby, and we are actually treated to some pretty dark chat in it all. First of all, Adam had returned to the White Fang, where he immediately slaughtered everyone since they did not want him to be anywhere near him, since after all he ran away in the last volume. There was even a character short though that he walked away and he dropped his mask. I guess that is after this, because it's clear from just this scene alone that Adam has completely lost his mind. There's many who say that Adam should be redeemed. I have find it very difficult that such a mad person should be redeemed. But the beginning of this was pretty nice with action on a train, but then we find out why it all happened that way. The team Rwby and Team Juniper is waiting for a train where they're also being escorted by some huntsmen as Crow sends a letter to James where they're gonna meet them. But then things takes a dark turn as Grim once again attacks them and only makes the passenger more nervous. Eventually, the gang managed to repel most of the Grim forces, but it turns out that the reason for the Grim attacking the train is for another reason, not only because of fear. Last volume, the gang took the Relic of Knowledge. Was that the right relic I'm thinking of? And it turns out for some strange reason that the Grim are attracted to that too. And Aspen did not tell them until after the attack by the Grim. Aspen, you are getting very bad in communicating, I'm just saying. That is not so good. I'm starting to realize a little bit why um, Craven dropped her faith in you. You never reveal secrets, and Jiang even said no more half-tooth, no more secrets. This is not doing you any favor. So the gang decides that they have to split up. Team Juniper will take care of the passengers while making a run with the real train, while Team Rwby, together with Oscar, who is also Ospin, and Crow, will derail it, taking the Grim with them. In the end, they do, and they do land safely. However, the biggest question for them all is when suddenly a mysterious old lady appears, and the lady with glowing glasses as the music opening plays. I mean, maybe not the best opening, but just from that opening enough, we can get some mysterious things. We seems to be promising a lot of things here. But also, Neptune came back in this episode, but only in this episode the sun decides to get back down a little bit from Blake, mostly because, well, she is now back with her team, who is welcoming her, but is also pointing out so many different things. And it's clear that Blake is still haunted a little bit by Adam. I don't think she will ever be free of Adam until she kills him with her own hands or something. Neptune is being pretty funny for Kevin coming back for after so long. But it's also pretty nice that the one who got the credit for saving the Academy was none other than Kira Belladonna, you know, the fauna that is Blake's father, showing that the faunas are slowly being accepted after all. I do like that. But that old lady, who is she? I mean, I'll probably know her name later, but it's clear she is more than she appears to be. But the opening, yeah, the opening that is in the late after this does show a lot of things. First of all, we see many of Ospin's previous reincarnations. Is that implying that Oscar is actually struggling on not being as good as them? He did kick ass here as well, I have to say, though. And also, we see a mysterious blonde-haired woman, or no, white-haired woman. Is it possible that person uh, is well, you know, the mother of Weiss and Winter, and the other one? Who knows? I'm not so sure myself. But we also see a familiar hat and a hooded. Are we gonna tell you that Neo are gonna come back? But then we also see a hooded figure fighting. Is that Cinder or is it someone else? Last time we saw Cinder, she was frozen solid that she fell down a cliff. While I really hope she will eventually die, I was really hoping it was gonna be by John's hands, but no, we're not gonna be that lucky. So and speaking of John, John also holds Oscar in a threatening manner in the opening. Is he the one who begins to question the truth about Ospen? Actually, yes, that would make sense. There's been many hints that he doesn't really like what Ospen is doing to them because, well, he is being secretive. But he opened his assembling and he's showing many nice movements of it all. Still, though, Volume 6 is not opening with a bang, but it did have nice action scenes here. So I'm already looking forward to more of what this arc is bringing. But it's a very dangerous dread in the air, so I'm a little bit scared, I have to admit that. But you can give me your thoughts if you have any.